Hey, 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 hey.
Let's do
Welcome,
this thing.
welcome. Good to see you guys. I'm back in the penthouse.
I'm in the cabin. I'm back
Ah,
here in the cabin.
well, I'm gonna now that Jeff showed me I can load pictures. Now I'm gonna add some more pictures and see how that goes. So to change my look, I'm gonna
Jeff
do
seems
that.
very techie. Like he knows the techie
He
stuff.
knows and he just pretends he don't know anything. That's what he does. I mean, this guy is so intelligent
I
that he
can I
plays
can see
dumb a
that.
lot of times. I mean, when I listen to kind of conversations that he has, okay, and the knowledge he has on certain things, I'm like, what the heck?
He's very humble about it. I can say that.
Yes, yes, he is. And he will go on, he will tell you, like, when he had that interview with Susanna and and then he had the interview with me when I first of all interviewed him, you know, um, he was just he doesn't have anything to hide. And that's the thing that I like about him, which
Yeah,
is
no agenda.
yeah, no agendas. That this is me. This is who I am. And same thing, I am like that. Is that people say, well, why do you have to tell everybody your business? I mean, if I don't tell anybody my business, they wouldn't know who I am deep down. So because when they see me act a fool, they can say, "Oh
And
yeah, that's Ella. She's like that." But if they see me act a fool, they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know she was like that." You
right.
see, so I don't want no hidden agenda. I want people to see me for who I am. So it was a while back. He had this rant on his what do you call it, on his live, and I started getting all these messages, because Jeff has put out there for I've known Jeff, been going to his channel, and he's coming to my channel for like almost 14 months now, so that's over a year. And then about probably like 6 months or whatever, he had this big rant on his channel. I started getting all these emails and say about Jeff.
Probably saying, do
And
you
I
really
said,
know him? Yeah.
he was just being who he is, and and don't worry, he's there. He
We
has a
all have that
past.
side of us. We
Mm.
all have that side. It just
Yes,
depends on how much we gonna take to
we
push us
yeah,
over to that side.
and once you touch you when you go over to that side, and it doesn't take that much, because it was like, okay, you know what, I will meet you outside your door.
Right.
If you mess with me. And yeah, so yeah, he's that way, which is pretty good. And it's like, we all have a past, we all have done something. For him to come forward and talk about his past, and it's like, the good thing is that that's your past, and you're not gonna go back to it. You've learned from it and you moved on and be successful in your life moving on.
It's not
So
where
don't
you
let
came
other
from.
people drag your past to be like, oh, you're like this, you're like that. Yeah, but what am I now?
It's where you're going. It's not where
It's
you came from.
so that's another thing. It's like, because I have a past too, so if I
And
look at
not
it
that
and
we're
like,
supposed to forget our past,
yeah.
and not be ashamed of it, but we're
Hmm.
supposed to move on to where we're going, because it's a
Yeah,
journey. I believe that. It's a
yeah,
journey.
yeah. So yeah, so that's the thing with Jeff. So Jeff looked like he don't know shit. Yeah, he knows a whole lot of shit.
Oh no, I picked up on it real quick that Jeff is highly functional. I mean, I don't care what people think he looks like. He's highly functional.
He is. And he has this high rate of dyslexia, which I did have when I was much younger. When I go in school, when I look at the board, all the letters are all jumbled
But
up
that's
and
another
whatever.
sign of high functioning. Most people that have dyslexia are high functional.
Yeah. So for me, I because of the school I went to in the beginning, they didn't really teach me how to overcome it. So it got to a point where instead of I started staying at the back, because when I was at the front, I couldn't see
R-
the things on the board.
Right.
Everything just looked so different. So I had to go sit at the back. and I sat at the back, and my grade went really down, So it took me, and I think with God's help, to say, Ella, don't stay in the back, go back to the front. So I went back to the front, and I started to make sure I can control what I was seeing, how I was writing it and learning it. And that was how I was able to overcome it. Mine wasn't as serious as he when he talks about his. So he will tell you, sometimes when he looks at stuff, it's all like all jumbled up and everything. So that really frustrates him. And
Well,
he's
see, our
about it a
small
lot.
school that I graduated from and the school that both my children graduated from, they don't have anything that they offer for children that have dyslexia. So
Hmm.
they're just left behind, you know? And
Yeah,
they can't
a lot of
afford
them.
a teacher that can teach kids with dyslexia. They can't afford that at this small school. So
Yeah.
they just get left behind.
Yeah. So, it kind of like led me to not be able to spell good, pronounce stuff good, even up till now, even as an adult, if you hear me, like when I'm talking, I might see something and my brain is telling me, oh, this is something else. And I will pronounce it. And then I go back and look at it. I was like, oh, no, that's not it. This is something else. So, yeah, so even though I don't have it as bad, I can still function. But he's very intelligent. I sit down, I hear what he says, especially on his live, how he describes stuff. And sometimes I went back and I'm like, okay, how do you know that?
Yeah.
Like, well, I read and I watch.
See, we call James Mr. Jeopardy here at our house because he has an answer for every subject, everything that we come in contact with. If something's going on, and we look at him like, how did you know that? I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. I've just lived long enough. I've heard it. I don't know. And we start calling him Mr. Jeopardy because he knows it.
Yeah. So yeah. Let me go up and say hi to those coming in so we don't get behind. I know we're gonna get behind when we start talking. So guys, if you're in, please make sure you hit the thumbs up. It does help the channel, it does push it out, let people know that we're live and people come in. So that's what we want to do. So please make sure you do that. Hit the thumbs up and push us out. We got 15 thumbs up, and I appreciate you guys. Little Debbie, welcome. She said it's been such an amazing day. Oh
Awesome.
my goodness. It's always good to hear that people are having an amazing time. So thank you for sharing that with us. Mwah. Swamp Pickle. Hi, Swamp Pickle. Welcome in. Pearl. Wonderful lady, Pearl. I appreciate you, Pearl. Mwah, mwah. Welcome in, and I pray you're feeling well. The man of the hour, we've been talking about him. Hi, Jeff. Mwah, mwah. Hit
I'm
the
going to throw
thumbs
you a
up.
kid's jail.
Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up, he says. All right, let's see. Melinda. Mwah, mwah. Welcome in, Melinda. It's always good to see you. I appreciate you coming. Amethyst. Hi, Amethyst. Mwah, mwah. Welcome in. Welcome in. I appreciate you coming in. All right, let's see who else is. Miss Idaho. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Welcome.
I've never seen that name.
She's from the corn community.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. She's from the corn community. I appreciate you. Appreciate your support. A lot of people coming from the corn community, and um, we had them come through different channels that I follow, and they send them to come down. When they raid and they come and they see, what I sell, and they don't mind coming back. A lot of them, so I appreciate when they do that. Jessica. Dumpster girl, welcome in. She said, I pimped you out. I appreciate you. Jennifer, the hardest working woman on YouTube modern.
Jennifer's got it
Good
going
to see you,
on.
Jennifer. Mwah. Hunter, hi Hunter from the coin community. I appreciate you being here. Mwah, mwah. We got 18 people in the house. You guys are
Nice.
awesome. hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. All right, let's see who else is here. Sassy Mary, she said, hi, hello, Angie and Ella, and
Sassy
everyone. Just
Mary.
trying to give a thumbs up, and have to powder my nose. All right, that means she's going to the ladies' room. Mwah, mwah, mwah. You find Sassy Mary with Colleen and Tracy Cakes today at 6:15 Eastern Standard Time. Mwah, Sandy, always good to see you. Welcome me, Claudette. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Good
There's
to
my
see you,
twin.
Claudette. Good to see you. Welcome in. Jeff
Sit
said
right
people
here.
have a way of pushing buttons, but the thing is, when I let them push my buttons, I'm letting them steal my happiness and joy. Yeah.
Yes.
I had that when I was a kid and had to retrain my brain. It's definitely, yeah, I know. You just like, you got to get at it, or else you just keep getting frustrated. But I think another thing is that you have to learn patience, that you're trying to learn something. If you continue to give up all the time, you just get frustrated. And that's another thing I used to tell Jeff. It's like, calm down and just, be patient, because you just keep getting frustrated. That I got frustrated, but I was lucky that I had a very strict parent, my dad, or else I would have dropped out of school long time ago. But he was like, keeping me there, like, you gotta go to school, you gotta learn the shit. So yeah. All right, I had a speech and people think, oh,
Impediments.
that's what she meant to say,
Mm.
and think I have an accent. Yeah, Jessica, I know. Dawn from the Coin community, welcome, welcome. He said Jeff is very intelligent with a high IQ. Good to see you, Dawn. Welcome in, Dawn, from the Coin community as well. Let's see who else is here. Catherine P. Love me some Catherine P. Catherine, good to see you, my friend. Welcome in. My daughter loves those couch covers. Oh, I'm so glad she loves them, Melinda. Thank you. Thank you for letting us know. I appreciate you. Yeah, guys, hit the thumbs up. Nails! Hi, Nails. It's been a while. I hope you're well. Hope you are well. And here is Tracy Cake's link. She's going to be live today at 6:50. All right. Hi, Tammy C. Mwah, mwah. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right. Let's see who else is here. I think I caught up. I caught up.
Whoop,
So
whoop.
if you guys are coming in, please note that I might not see your comments, but I'll try and just give a general hello, because today we only got about an hour and a half or so we try to push it 2 hours at least, just depend on the topic. So today's topic, Angie's gonna let us know what today's topic is, which is always interesting. And this topic today is centered around the holidays. So, Angie,
First, I want to say we don't give out band-aids or crutches. So if you're in need of having a band-aid or crutches after this conversation, which I think this week's conversation is a little easier than the
then all
past
the,
weeks that
yeah,
we have, it's going to be real, real smooth. But it could lead into something else. It always does, which is fine. We can take it.
yeah,
Um, the subject we're going to talk about today is loneliness and being alone during the holiday season, which you can be alone and lonely during the part of the year, but most of the time during the holiday seasons, it's really, really bad.
yeah,
And being alone is totally different than having loneliness, because loneliness, you can be in a room full of people and still feel lonely. But being alone is when there's nobody physically around.
yeah,
So that's what I really want to talk about, is trying to be supportive of people that are dealing with loneliness or being alone during the holidays. They don't have anybody to be with them. they depend on our live chat or our YouTube channels to really keep them comfortable and in comfort and enjoy the holidays.
Yeah.
That's what I really want us to focus on, and not trying to be aggressive and mean toward each other. That should go on all year long, but especially during the holidays,
So,
we
oh
don't,
yeah.
uh, we don't want to upset anybody, going through the holidays, and try to be understanding. But that's our topic today:
Yeah.
lonely and loneliness,
Yes.
and being
And
alone.
yeah, and how you you can deal with it. Yes. So Jennifer just dropped the link. If you're lonely on Thanksgiving, come spend it with myself and Jeff. That's the one thing I noticed last couple of years back. I was lonely. The first 8 years of me being separated from my ex was that the first year was like, oh, I'm on my own again. I felt really good because I didn't have to deal with all the shit that I got to deal with, you know. So I was fine. I was in my own space. I enjoyed it. The following year came around. I was like, yeah, nice. But then after the third year, the fourth year, the fifth year, the sixth year, the seventh year, I just felt, ooh, it's hard. You know, I felt really lonely that I got to a place where I was literally like crying. You know,
Well,
I was
you see
crying.
everybody else speaking and talking about spending time with their family, and they're spending Christmas with the young children, and they're enjoying themselves. And when you're by yourself or you're feeling lonely, that's not fun to watch. You know,
Mm,
that to me would be not easy to watch. And especially if you've lost a loved one during the holiday seasons,
yeah.
that's even more difficult to deal with than a lot of other things, because that memory comes back to you about, maybe we lost my brother in law a week after Thanksgiving. We
Oh,
lost my grandmother 2 weeks before Christmas. So, things like that didn't make those years special,
mm,
but we tried to do the best we could.
yeah. I think that is why this year, if I said I'm gonna go live this year on Thanksgiving, because last year I don't think I did it last year. And last year I did tell myself, I was like, I was looking for stuff to keep me company so I don't feel lonely and everything. And what helped was a few people went live, whether they were selling or they were just chatting. I was able to watch those and put TV on. And I like watching comedy a lot, because when they're laughing, it feels like there's a lot of people in the room with me. So I laugh
Right.
with them. So it was always fun. So I looked, I was like, who's on YouTube? And then I noticed few people on YouTube, and I was like, wow, okay, that's nice. And I said, this year I'm gonna do that, because there's a lot of people that are alone on Thanksgiving during the holidays. So if I do that, people have somewhere to come. We're gonna talk about each other, talk about, have a sale, do some giveaways, and just be a happy place for people to come so they don't feel lonely on the day.
Another thing you have to think about is some people are estranged from their family.
Oh yes.
They are either been outcast, an outcast to their family, or they've chosen to be away from the drama and all that of their family, and they have separated themselves from their unit, or like a grandparent or a mother or a father are passed away, and it seems like the whole family splits. you
Yeah.
know that one person was holding that group of people together, and then
Mm,
they pass away and everybody disperses,
yeah.
and they find themselves spending the holidays alone because they don't want to be in the the realm of everything that's going on,
That's
you
going
know?
on, yeah. Pearl said you also be in a room and still, yeah, you also can be in a room with a lot of people and still feel alone, because there could be so many things that's going on with you in your life that will make you feel that way. Anxiety, panic attack, you know, because there's something that you're going through, and you could have so many people in that room and still feel alone. So you
Lack of
don't have to live
trust.
alone to feel alone. You can still feel alone even with other people in the room. you know um
Right.
the Tammy C said, Pearl, I don't deal with it anymore because I just block. Okay, I think there's something you said before. Let me see. Little Debbie said, I lost my dad and sister at the holidays, so it can be sad at times. I Yes. When you, like what Angie said, when you lose somebody during the holiday, when that holiday come around, it's like you kind of focus on the people that are not going to be there to celebrate the holidays with you, especially when you used to having them around spending the holidays with you. So she chose to make a positive memory tradition, and I think that really helps. One reason I do up Christmas bake. Yeah,
Yeah.
which is good. Now make it a celebration and
Yeah.
honoring them. Instead of feeling sad, just feel in your mind they've gone to a better place, no matter how they left, and celebrate it. Just bring it in and just remember them, because Thanksgiving, you want to give thanks for the time you spent with them while they were still here on earth
Well,
you
I
know
know it's probably going to be hard for my children and James to do this, but when I pass away or when I'm gone, I want them, whoever's left, I want it to be a celebration. I don't want it to be a sad, crying, shed tears. I understand that. But really, give me a send off that it'd be like a big celebration that I went home.
Yeah. Jeff said, I'm pretty sure Ella thinks that I can't or won't leave the house without her. It's because I feel alone down here, and she's the only person I have that I know.
I
Which is
understand
funny.
that.
Yeah, because I probably was, before he came down, I was in his position. Okay. I was alone. you know I didn't have nowhere. I didn't know, because I was staying like 5 hours of, yeah, 5 hours away from where I am. I was married. I had his friends were my friends, but because before I came to this country, I didn't know anybody here. My friends all lived in a different state.
I could
So the
not even
state
imagine that.
Yeah, so the state I came in, I didn't know nobody. So when I met him, it was his friends were now my friends, and we made friends through his friends and other friends. And when I started doing outdoor events, I started making other friends, but they in that state. And then when I moved down here, I still don't know anybody down here, even though now I have um Victoria, I have Picky they're close, but they're never still close by. They're still 4 hours away from where I am, although it feels like they're close, but they're not that close to me, you know.
I was so happy to see you do I think it was a live where you and Jeff were at the beach,
Oh,
and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, you got Ella out of the house. I'm so excited. I
I,
was just so
I,
happy. I mean,
well,
it made me
if
happy. I was like, oh my God, he got Ella out.
I don't go anywhere. I'm a homebody. I've always been like that, even as a kid. I think it's just the way we were brought up. But I did go out when I was much younger, party and everything. I did all that stuff when I was much younger. So it's like, things people did when they were older. I did that when I was younger.
Right,
So now after I did all that, I won't lie to you, I was looking for the next best thing to do. So the next
right.
best thing for me to do was to travel. When I got older, it was okay, I want to travel. So with my job working for the British government, I could travel because I had so many weeks of holidays, and I could travel and do whatever I wanted to do back then. So if I just felt lonely and I'm like, okay, I don't want to stay in the house during the Christmas period, I was like, and then I wasn't even married and I wasn't even dating anybody. And then that's one thing that happens in my life. I noticed that towards the holiday, I'm dateless, you know. So it's like, what would I do? And it was like, okay, you know what? I need to travel. And that's what I did, because I felt if I travel and I go to other places, I will meet friends, I'll meet other people, I won't feel lonely, and I will be in their company. So that's what I did. And I just traveled during that time. Now, here, I'm here. I don't even have the time to travel as I used to travel back then, because then I have to think about so many things. I got to think of so many things like, okay, can I afford to go anywhere because I got bills to pay? I got bills to pay now, and I don't want to skip an auction, and that.
Well, you work 7 days a week, Ella, so I don't
I
see how you
know.
find time to do
So
anything.
yeah, so when Jeff came along, Jeff kept saying, "I want to go to the beach. I want to go to the beach. I want to go to the beach." So I thought, okay. One day I just said, "Hey, you want to go to the beach? Get ready. We're going to the beach."
Get your bathing suit on, buddy. We're going.
But he was the one. He said, "Look, I found some. I want to go to a store, and I found that not far from the store there's a beach. So I want to go to the beach." So I was like, "Okay, let's go."
That was so good, though. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. So yeah. Jennifer said, "I don't really celebrate holidays like I did before mom's passing." Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. One person holding, all the family together.
Yeah. So, yes, my husband and I invite friends over for Thanksgiving. When they were from other provinces or states, it is so important to be around people you love and care. Yeah, when I was married, we had our neighbors. Some of them, not everybody, but we had like our next door neighbors, one on their side, on each side of us, and another one down the street. And we invite them, one on their opposite. Because my ex, he's a chef, and we'll had this spread, all kind of food on that table. We used to invite people to come over, to come join us and eat. Let me tell you, even though we had people come over, I felt lonely because it wasn't a holiday I celebrated. Thanksgiving wasn't a British holiday, so it's not
Oh,
something.
really?
Yes, it's not a British
Oh, yeah,
holiday.
that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so it wasn't something that we celebrated. So I did feel lonely. So guess what? I was always in the kitchen, and he would say, "Come sit down, come sit down." I'm always trying to be busy, because I wasn't used to the holiday, to sit down and eat with a lot of people. It wasn't what I was brought up on, So, I just felt I'd rather stay in this corner and just do. So I always try to keep myself busy during the holidays time. We had a lady who will invite to our house on the holidays since her husband died and all the kids live far away, so it isn't by her. Oh, she isn't by herself, and that, yeah, invite a friend over. That does really help, you know.
We take food to our elderly neighbors here that do not have family.
Mm,
James cooks for our army anyway. And we fix them a plate, and James will say, "I'm gonna walk over here and take this one a plate or whatever." And first we invite them, and if they don't feel like they feel comfortable to come, we usually send a plate.
yeah, people do that, if they can't come over, you make a plate, go give them. It makes them happy, to be a part of it because you send them the holiday foods, So,
And then some
that's a
people
good
don't
thing.
really eat like they should if they live alone.
Mm,
They may open a can of something, or they may miss a meal or whatever. But when they get that huge Thanksgiving meal from someone,
yes,
they
yeah,
really, really enjoy that.
yeah.
Really.
With all the trimmings.
Yes.
Jeff said, I have went live on holidays for the last 3 years on YouTube, and I found out that I'm not the only one that have lots of extra time on holiday. Yeah, probably, people do that. So, you know oh, Jennifer, she said, "I don't have the joy I used to." I pray that you continue to have the joy this time around,
Yes, that you'll
especially
get
when
that
you
back.
yeah, that you get that back, because especially when you lost somebody that you love during the holiday period. It's like you're supposed to be there celebrating, but you're on your own. And it's not like as it used to, like mom's cooking and they're not there, you look to the kitchen and you're thinking, oh, when I get up, mom's gonna be cooking or she's gonna bring food over to the house, and she's not there. Yeah, it's sad, but find joy in just trying
Now,
to
I can
celebrate.
honestly admit that before Berkeley came along, 2 years before she was born, I didn't put up a Christmas tree or anything. I wasn't depressed. It was just like, well, the kids are grown. They know what Christmas is about. I gave presents and everything, and I put up this little ceramic Christmas tree, and I
Mm.
decorated a little bit, but I didn't put up a tree. But when grandchildren started coming, it's like, boom, back on track. We going now.
I don't do the tree.
Yeah.
I don't do the trees. It's just one, I just find it too much work to do, and two, I don't have the space for that type of kind of tree. But I can understand when you have grandkids, you
If
got
it
kids
wasn't
that
for
are
the
small.
grandbabies, I would not put a tree up. I would not do
Mm,
it.
yeah, it's nice to say hi, Tracy Cakes. Tracy Cake is on tonight, guys, at 6:15. She says, I opened the coffee shop live for people to come in, chat on Thanksgiving and Christmas, so no one needs to feel alone. We lean on each other for support, so the coffee shop is open to chat. No, yeah,
Hey,
myself,
Heifer.
yeah, myself and Jeff, we're going live. Also, if guys, the thumbnails is already up. We're gonna be doing our live Thanksgiving. So yeah, it's cool. Jennifer, I don't have anything to do with my extended family because they are toxic. Yeah, you want to stay away from toxic friends and family, especially during the holidays.
Holidays. And
Yeah.
see, I understand that, Tammy. You have to get away from that. But you also can find that circle of friends that you can be a part of that bring back that stability and that joy of a holiday. And
Yeah.
sometimes people can be family and they're not even related to you. You
That's
know,
true. Yeah. And that is what I've found out myself, is that even though my family is in Nigeria and in England, I have family all over. Right now, I can't say I have family with me here, but YouTube is my family, and if I
right.
can come on, even though I can't personally go knock on your door and everything, I know that coming on live and you guys coming in, that is family as well. So it's like, okay, I'm here. So you guys coming into the live is family, because it's like you knocked on the door and the door is open and you
And
guys
it
come.
brings so much comfort knowing
Yeah.
that you and I are here talking. We can see each other. We're not physically in the same room, but
Mm.
we're sharing and talking, and even with the chat,
Yeah, and we got
I,
33 people in the chat. So that is like family, and that's people coming in. You don't
right,
have
we
to
had a family
discuss.
gathering.
Yeah, we're having a family gathering right now, and we're all talking. And I might not see each and every one of you live, but we're all here and we're all talking, which is pretty cool. Probably think about maybe when myself and Jeff go live Thanksgiving Day, maybe we're gonna see if we can, I don't know, maybe Christmas, I don't know, but yeah, it's good. Storage Bandit, mwah, mwah. Welcome in, Storage. Good to see you. I appreciate you coming in. All right, let's see who else is saying something. Neil says, my husband is a veteran and he's friends from the military. We invite them too. That is really nice because
Yes,
we have a lot of
support our
people.
military. Yes,
Yes, and a lot of them, even though they have family, they just want to be with their military buddies because they're all being in the same situation, understand the same situation, and they want to be with them. So inviting them, and they talking about, you know, the stuff they went through. That is pretty awesome, and they have that gathering day. That's pretty cool.
if you
Um,
want to get me really upset, start disrespecting our veterans or not being patriotic, and disrespecting that part of our country, the ones that have served, so we can be sitting here free, you know, that upsets me when people treat our veterans and the people in the military really, really bad. It
yeah.
really upsets me.
Yeah. Hi, Trail Hunter. Mwah, mwah. Welcome in. Good to see you. Our kids and granddaughters are 7 hours away. The storm and brutal. They always want to come here for the holidays, though. I worry about them being on the road. have a mama sister. Oh yeah, where you are, I can understand that, because the weather there is horrible, like
Yes.
I say, so you don't want your family if you to come down, and if it has one good day you can say come down, then let them come down and you guys can all celebrate that day. Because I have like my friend, on sometimes on Christmas Day she would say, Ella, we're gonna do Christmas Day on the 1st of January. We're gonna open our holiday our gifts in
Right.
January.
Who says you have to do it on Christmas Day?
You
As
don't
long
have
as
to
you
do it
all
on
get
Christmas Day.
together.
Yeah, if you can find time for you guys to come together and spend that time together. It don't have to be on Christmas Day. It would be nice on the holidays for them to come around. But if you're gonna be having bad weather and you want to keep them safe, yeah,
Well,
thank
in
God for
reality,
FaceTime.
being a Christian and we celebrate it because of Jesus Christ's birthday, but he wasn't actually born December the 25th.
Yeah, he wasn't.
No, that's just the way we celebrate it.
Yeah. So yeah, you could if you want to celebrate it on Christ's Day, then I will tell you from studying the Jewish Hebrew calendar, he was born in October. So if you want to celebrate it, then you can get your family and celebrate it in October. I know churches that celebrates Christ's actual birthday in October, you
Right.
know. But if you know that, hey, you know what, we can't gather together, guess what? The holiday is just one freaking day. Okay. The next day you go back to work. So if you can celebrate it on any other day, which is safe for them to travel down, make that one day that special holiday which your
Right.
family can all gather together and do. I remember my parents by doing things that they did like baking. Yeah, that is really nice. And
Exactly.
yeah, if you've lost a parent or you lost a family member, remember what they were doing during the holiday and try to put that in it, when you're celebrating with other people. Say, oh, you know what, yeah, mom used to make this nice cookies, try and remember the recipe, trying to see if you guys can come together and
And
do it. And
somehow that makes them still be a part
yeah, be
of
a
your
part of it.
holiday.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you remember mom's recipe? Do you remember dad's recipe? You remember dad's favorite drink and all that kind of stuff? And you guys can talk about during the holiday, the people that have passed. That's the time you sit down and remember the nice things that they did, and you
The
guys
good
laugh
memories.
about it. It does really help, you know. Hey, Picky Nicky, mwah, mwah. Thank you so much, my friend, for the super chat. Just popping in to make sure Ella didn't fall out yet.
Love you too, Nikki.
I didn't
Thank
go
you
to
for
bed.
checking on Ella. Thank you
I
for
mean,
checking
let
on
me
Ella.
tell you, I have been up Friday after the auction. I didn't go to bed till about 4, almost 4 in the
Oh,
morning.
Ella.
And then Saturday I got up early. Okay. Okay, I think I got up about 9:30 because I know that the mail lady was going to be around and I needed to take at least some of the mail out. And I got up. I didn't go to bed till this morning about 5 o'clock, which is,
Oh, Ella.
when you think about 5 o'clock, is actually no, 4 o'clock, but it was actually 5 o'clock because you know what, we had to
Time. Yep.
clean the
Time.
house. So when it was 2 o'clock, I saw on my clock it was 2 o'clock, and I see it went 2 o'clock, and all of a sudden it just changed to 1 o'clock. I said, I don't care what you change it to, it's still 2 o'clock to me. So by the time actually we went to bed, it was 5 o'clock. I said, I want to make sure I pack. I still had about 18 people to invoice last night.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
said, I gotta do it. So yeah, Pikiniki is right. I've been up, and when I went to bed 5, I didn't get up till after 12
Well, that's
this
good.
morning.
You needed that rest.
It wasn't even enough. It wasn't enough. But I said I gotta clean my house because there's another week, and I don't want to, keep it messy. So yeah, I got up and then let me do the housework, clean, mop, and thank God I did laundry yesterday, so I was pretty good. So
Oh,
thank you so much,
laundry is
my
the
friend.
worst.
And this is for you. Thank you for the super chat. 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 Super, super, super chat. Super, super, super chat.
It's super,
Mwah, mwah.
super, super, super.
Jennifer said, "You never meet new friends if you don't go any place, Jeff." Unless Jeff is going to be going to their house and being with them, that's fine. But don't bring nobody to. I don't like nobody in my house. Just don't care. I just don't like nobody being in
You
my
know,
house.
that's another thing. A lot of people, and I say a lot, don't like the peopling thing. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like
I
people in
used
my
to
house.
love to get out and be in a crowd, but now it's like, no,
Nah, I
no.
just don't like people in my house. I'm like, yeah, he needs to go out and go make friends, you know. But yeah, you got it. People used to tell me that when I got here, they say, "Ella, how you gonna make friends if you don't go out?" And I'm like, I'm a kind of homebody. I just feel that when I'm outside and making friends, that's a whole lot of
That's
drama
a big
issue and
responsibility.
argumentation.
Making
Yeah.
friends is a responsibility that I'm not willing to do right now within
Yeah,
my
I just
town.
can't. I just can't
On
do it.
YouTube, I'm fine with it, but out in my town, no.
Yeah, even my next door neighbor, I don't make friends with next door neighbors. When I come out, if you say hi to me, I'll say hi to you. And that's about it. I've seen neighbors come and go the 8 years I've been here. And I don't say hi. Only one lady, she used to live next door to me the very first year I moved down here. And she used to invite me. She would say, "Hey, you can come over, you know." And if she was still around, I probably would have gone over because I was on my own. And she was like, "If you want to come over, come." She lived with her husband. Her husband was disabled because he got an injury at work. And she come knock on my door. She said, "Can I park my car in your driveway so that when my husband comes out of the house, he's able to get into the van because their driveway is on the other side." And he fell one time like that, and
Oh,
she didn't even know because she was inside, and the people upstairs were just looking at him on the ground where he fell. He couldn't get up,
mm,
so she come, and that's how, I said, "Yeah, yeah, you can park your car over there if it's, okay." And she will come and say, "Hey, do you want to go do shopping? I can, do your shopping for you." And I was like, "No, I'm good. I can take you shopping, And she would have been the only person I would have made friends with, Even when she moved, she said, "I can't look after." Her husband's like 6 foot tall and big guy. And she said, "I can't look after him on my own. I have to move back to Atlanta with where he has family so they can help support."
exactly.
You
It's hard
know,
being a caregiver.
yeah, it was really hard. I know. So yeah. All right. Let's see if anybody's saying anything on this topic. Donna! Mwah. Hi, Donna. Welcome in. Guys, hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. Oh, we are going to go to the beach some more, and we're going to work on doing some of those things she did where she was younger. Some things you can still do when you're older, and you can just, yeah, I know, have
And they're
fun.
just more fun, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Lydia! I'm on to this Thursday. Lydia is gonna be on my channel this Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you come check Lydia out. Good to see you, Lydia. We have Friendsgiving. I like that.
That's good.
I like that. Friendsgiving. Let me go close my blinds. I'll be right back.
Hey, Ashley. Let's see who else we have in here. I hate to say it, but I think sometimes these trifocals don't even work. I hope y'all are having a good Sunday and got a good extra hour of sleep last night, unlike Ella. Where is she? She's over there.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my goodness, we have 25 coming for Thanksgiving, and then I'll take things to some home band. Oh my gosh, 25 people. That is a lot. Nana Think. Hi, Nana. Good to
Hey,
see
Nana.
Brian and the twins from the coin community. Hi, Brian. Mwah, mwah. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right. Nice, nice. Lucinda. Mwah, mwah. Good to see you, Lucinda. I'm just loving making it all and putting my love in every dish for Thanksgiving here. Everybody, yes, nice. Our grandkids live far away. I understand. I wouldn't be on having a rough day to stay in bed day, but go support my other heifer, please. All right, Tracy Case. Mwah. All
Yeah, Tracy, you got to bring that attitude and that positivity and that fun time that you always bring to your channel and just make everybody's day.
Yeah. And this is right, what she said here. He said, when we lose the glue that holds us together, we have to become that glue.
Exactly. Agreed.
Yes. So that one is powerful. I always love Christmas. Our anniversary is the 17th. Hubby's birthday is the 21st. Both daughters, 19, 20. Son, 2 weeks. Lord, that I'm having a
Every one of
headache
her
already.
baby, every one of her children was born in December.
Oh my gosh. What were you and your husband doing?
They
Man,
must not.
we gotta plan this for another time.
Yeah, you got to make. I don't know what that was about that time of the year, and then it was around March. You have to get pregnant in March or April to have a baby in December.
Yeah, I'm like,
Because
hey,
I had my son in December.
oh my gosh. Thank you, Lydia, for the super sticker. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I appreciate you. This is for you, my friend.
Thank you for the super chat. 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 Super, super, super chat. Super, super, super chat.
They
Mwah,
must have had
mwah.
spring fever. They must have had spring fever.
Hi, Marketplace Boutique. Mwah. Good to see you. Hi, Melissa. Mwah. Hi, Laura. Good to see each and every one of you. I appreciate you guys coming
Hey,
in.
Lori.
Lori, oh, timeless juice. Please forgive me. I'm bad with names. I'm bad with names.
They
And
understand.
it will be
Hey,
hard for us.
Deborah.
So just know when he's ready, just don't give up. Yeah, don't give up. Don't give up. Yeah, the bad weather started already. I know where you are, of course. Hi, Jeffrey. Mwah, mwah. Good to see you,
Hey,
Jeffrey. I hope
Jeffrey.
you're well. Oh, Cece from the coin community. Mwah, mwah. He said, Saveherefirst, good afternoon, and Angie. Welcome in each. Kevin Rose from the coin community. Mwah, mwah. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for coming in. Guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, please. We got 33 people in the house. Hit the thumbs up. Okay, in this topic, I wanted to something here I came across and I want to read. It says it's okay to feel lonely and to experience that emotion. Loneliness is just a feeling and you don't have to push it away just because it might feel bad. All feelings gives us important information. Why feeling lonely might not be the greatest experience in the world, being present with it could help you gain more insight into what you are needing at that moment. What can you do to stay present with loneliness without going down an helpful rabbit hole? Journaling and writing out your thoughts and feelings is a great way to be present with your emotions. Huh.
That's very good because,
It says it can help to declutter your brain.
and plus, if you, I've always felt this way. You can, your mind is a really small area up here. So as long as you keep it in this small area, it's going to seem huge. But once you say it out of your mouth, it goes into the universe, which is large, and it doesn't seem so big anymore. So when
Mm.
you start journaling, and it's kind of like saying it out loud, you're releasing it.
Yes, yes. So that is cool. So if you find yourself in that place, maybe yeah, write some stuff down. Hi, Anna, I'm crazy. Welcome in. Mwah. And there's another one is that it says ignore advertisements. When I hate it. When the holiday is not even the holiday right now, and there's ads on TV with Christmas and all the stuff you need to do for Christmas. I don't like it at all. So I try to avoid it as much as
I
possible.
don't watch a lot of television. I do not watch a lot of TV at all. And I definitely do not watch the news. I do not watch it.
Yeah, because it just makes you sad and everything. Another one here, it says make a plan ahead of time, which is good. You know, plan ahead. So it's like, okay, what do you want to do? Making a plan of how to address the feeling of loneliness before the holiday can help you feel prepared to manage those difficult feelings throughout the season. Now, this plan can include a list of people you know you can contact when feeling lonely, places you might enjoy going to feel connected to others, or activity that tends to lift up your mood. Now, guess what? There's a lot of stuff that people do out there that if you find out that, okay, you know what, let me find out what's happening in the community that you're living in, so not everybody is going to be celebrating with their family and their friends, but they can go somewhere. There's a gathering, there's a club or whatever, and they might be cooking food for Thanksgiving or Christmas. They might be doing games there. So if you find out anything that is happening in your area, then you're able to enlist and enroll and go to those places, and don't feel alone, you
And,
know.
and and be honest with your feelings. Don't try to pretend that you're not lonely or you're
Yeah,
not feeling alone. Be honest about it, because the more you pretend that you're not lonely or being alone or having loneliness, the worse it gets, because you're trying to hide it.
yeah.
Don't hide it.
Hi, Rev. Mwah, mwah. I don't know what the $10 is for. Number 32, $10. Good to see you, Rev. Welcome in, welcome in. Is it sorry, am I?
Hey, Judy May, welcome in.
Hi, Rev. Hi, darling. Mwah, mwah. Blessings to you as well. Welcome in, welcome in. Keithan said he's lurking while working, making jewelry stuff. Nice. Keithan Rose makes jewelry, so if you want to see some of his jewelry pieces, you need to catch him on Jeff's channel when he's on as a guest, and he was showing some really nice jewelry pieces. Also, you can also click on the three dot next to his name if he hasn't dropped his link, and go to his channel and see what he has there. Hi, Judy. Mwah, mwah. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Welcome in. All right, all right, all right. Hi, Nicole. Mwah. Good to see you. Good to see you guys. If you have any questions, anything you're gonna be doing, anything you feel is gonna help somebody, any suggestions you have that's gonna help somebody,
Comments. Put your
yeah,
comments
put
in
it in
there.
the chat. Another thing it says, phone a friend. If you're feeling alone and you need that support, I phone somebody. You know, phone somebody to talk to. I remember I used to phone my friend. She's in Maryland, and I phoned her to talk to her during the holiday. She always find time to talk to me. And that kind of like really helps. So you might not have a whole hour to talk to somebody on the phone, but even though it's a few minutes, it takes that edge of being lonely. You be like, oh yeah, you know what, I spoke to somebody today you know
And the best advice I got one time was, the person said, change your perception. Look at things in a different light. It may not feel comfortable to you to begin with, and it may feel like a lie, for you to look at things different and start acting, because we all do a lot of acting.
Mhm.
Try to present yourself as being in a better mood, and maybe that will come and that brings forth good vibes. You know what I'm saying? Once you go through the sadness of it, don't stay there.
Yeah.
Work through it and get more at peace and have joy.
Yeah. And another thing it says create a holiday season bucket list. And
Oh, that sounds like
I remember doing this for myself when I started stop feeling sorry for myself for being alone, the last 2 years. If anybody that followed me, I think I posted a couple of my pictures on Instagram a while back, and it's like, you know what? I said I'm gonna stop feeling sorry that I'm alone or on my for myself. So I go to Walmart. I get my Cornish hen because I don't like turkey. I only like the neck
I
of
don't care for turkey either.
yeah, the meat is so bland. I don't care how you pump it with juice. I just feel that the meat is just it's bland, and I don't like bland meat. It just fall apart in my mouth.
Yeah.
Chicken. The only part of a chicken that I like is the drumstick. That's the only part of the chicken that I like. So and the gizzard. So that don't do it for me. Now Cornish hen. I love it. It's a small chicken. I can season it. The flavors get into it, and when I eat that, oh my goodness, it doesn't taste as if bland. So I really love that. So I buy a pack of that, and then I buy the ham. Oh my goodness, I love me some ham. I buy everything that I
I
know I
love
can
ham
cook with
too.
it. Yes, I buy everything that I can cook with it, bake or whatever. And I said, you know what? I'm not gonna feel lonely. I'm gonna entertain myself. So I cook all this food. I take pictures of it and I list it. And I'm like, yeah. Instead of being sorry, I'm gonna sit down here. I have my favorite drink, which is ginger beer, and I'm gonna just, when that time comes, I will make a plate for myself, and I sit down and put on whatever is on TV at the time.
And
And
it's like you find yourself. It's like you can be with you. You know what I'm
yes.
saying? And you're okay with it. And once
Mhm.
you're okay with being with yourself, it seems like other things come. It's like you
Yeah.
have to resolve that.
Yeah, that's
I
Hi,
like
Lisa. Mwah. Welcome in.
I like what Nana Tink said. She said, when you reach out, volunteer, it helps your loneliness. Like when
That's
you
true.
go to a place to volunteer to serve
Mm,
food or whatever.
yes. I know when you reach volunteer, it helps for your loneliness. Yeah, go volunteer, go somewhere else, because guess what, that will help you connect with other people that are there as well. When you connect with them, you're serving and you feel happy within yourself that you're doing that. So that's a good thing, that you
and
can
and
you
you
can
know you
do.
can make a
Hi,
difference in that
Jessica.
person's life, even though you're lonely and you're feeling loneliness. Something you say to somebody else might change their entire life. you
Yeah,
know
Rev said, I start feeling the dynamic down. I sing worship song, which is the best thing you can ever do. You're feeling lonely, you're feeling like, put on a worship music and worship. It lifts your spirit up. People say, hey, where do you get your energy from? Your energy comes from only one place. The Bible says the joy of the Lord is my strength,
right.
you know. So be joyful, praise God, and go about, you don't have to play Christian music. If you don't want to play Christian music, put on the music that will make you happy. Play it, do whatever you want to do. Like I said, cook your favorite food, and just get used to doing
James
it
will
that
come
way.
in a lot of days that he's worked, and I will have Alexa playing meditation music. Just that soothing meditation music, and he'll say, "What do you have playing?" And I'll say, "I love that." It's like when you
Yeah.
go get a massage, and they play
Play
that
that
soothing.
music, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Mm. And that's so true. It's like I always tell the devil to get out. You ain't welcome here. That's true. This is the house of the Lord. Tell the devil to, because that is the spirit of loneliness as well. When you are lonely, and that's where the devil comes in and play on your mind and tell you stuff that you don't want to hear. So the best thing for you to do is, how do you get it away from you? All you
And
got to
once,
do.
and I don't know if you found this to be true, and I don't know if others in the chat do. Once that spirit of loneliness gets on
Hi,
you,
Crafty.
you tend to go to other areas like, I'm not loved. There's
Yeah,
nobody out there that cares about me. I don't fit in anywhere. I don't belong anywhere. Your mind starts going to these other negative places, which is not true, because you do fit in somewhere.
yeah,
You do belong somewhere. I believe that with all my heart. there's somebody for everybody. So, it's just you're going through a time in your life that you're having to learn something. You're having to go through a period of being by yourself,
Night Nails, good to see you again. Take care. Yeah, it's like you rightfully said, it could be that time of your life you just gotta do something different with with your life. Maybe it's a time
changing
for you to reflect
directions or
that.
whatever.
Yeah, maybe it's time for you to reflect on life and other things that you haven't done that you need to do. So yeah. All right. Anybody that I miss, I'm so sorry if I miss you. Welcome, welcome. The chat just jumped on me, so I don't even know who else I missed that came in. So if I miss you and you came in, I'm so sorry, but welcome. Mwah, mwah. We got 37 people in the house. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. You guys are awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. It said try to keep yourself busy. Find something you really enjoy. If it's cooking, like Miss Ella said, or writing, reading, sewing, painting, anything to keep your mind busy. That is so true. Hi, Jamie. Big mwah, from the coin community. Welcome in, Jamie. Yeah, find something to do, because that will take your mind off being lonely during the holidays. You know, anything that will take your mind off the negative thoughts. That's what you need to do.
And another thing we can look at like this: the ones of us that do have family and people to be with on with during the holidays, we got to remember to be kind and loving and compassionate toward the people that may not be so happy because they are miserable, because they're lonely or they've lost a loved one. We can't be, let's try not to be so nasty when we
Mm,
don't even know the whole story, of
yeah,
why they're like the way they are.
yeah. Jamie said last year has been so hard and have found strength in my Lord. Yes,
Amen.
guys, Jamie is from the coin community. I knew her by going to Jeff's channel, and she always tells her story. She had brain cancer, and the Lord has been healing her of this, and we continue to pray for continued healing for her and anybody that is sick. I know I have a friend's daughter that is in hospital right now, and she's very very young. She's not even, I don't even think she's 7 years old or even at this time, and she's going through surgery. So I'll continue to pray for them and ask God to continue to heal them, because we want them to be well enough so they can come home and spend time with their family during the holidays, because you don't want to be sick during the holidays, and that takes away from celebrating life, celebrating all that you need to do. So let's continue to lift them up in prayer and continue to thank God for the healing, for healing them continuously. So Jamie, it will continue to get better. It will continue to get
I
better.
think that as you get older and you go through more difficult trials, you just see how minute the things that you used to think were important and you wanted to bicker about
Mm,
is not even worth your breath of taking away minutes off your life.
yeah.
You know, you can tell the maturity of someone by the battles that they choose to fight, because I have to pick and choose my battles now, because
Mm,
I don't want to waste minutes of my life that I'm never going to get back
that
over
is so
something
true.
that's not even going to matter, you know?
Yeah, that is so true.
You
And
have to be
I
careful about that.
Yeah, that is so true. Yes. And lost so many things and not able to get everything to cook for Thanksgiving or gift to kids. Yeah. Because then it takes away from you that illness in order to do the things you need to do for your family. But another thing we just need to be, it's grateful that we are still here, we're still alive, no matter what we're going through. And there's always going to be a door that will open, because the Bible say, you know what? Ask and it shall be given. Seek and you shall find. Knock and it shall be open. So you're gonna have to continue to have faith that those things are gonna open. It's gonna
And
open.
even when someone leaves us, whether it be they pass away or they just choose to walk out of our life or whatever, don't let that deter you from believing that you're not here for a purpose, because we all have a purpose. As long as we have breath in our lungs, there's a reason that we're here. So just, meditate and think about that, and just don't try to think too hard on what am I supposed to be doing? What am I supposed to be doing? Just live every moment to the fullest of loving one another, caring about people, giving, sharing, being in the moment, being attentive.
Mm. This we talked about this. Well, I said this earlier on. It's like if your family is not going to be around, do a virtual call. You could stream. You can do go on StreamYard on YouTube. Get your family all to come together. They make their meal where they are. You make your meal, and you can discuss and you can have fun. Just the way we're streaming, you can do that with your friends, or if you want to do what they call it, um FaceTime on your phone with your family and your friends, you can also do that. And even though they're far away, that's another thing, they're there with you, even though they're not actually there. And you guys can plan, you can do karaoke nights, you can have your meals there together, you can do games, so many things you can
Yeah,
do.
technology is so great.
Yeah, so you can't say, "Oh, I couldn't do this." Another thing that you were talking about, I just want to touch on, you say cultivate an attitude of gratitude. Be grateful for the things you do have. You can't focus on the things and the things you feel you like that you are lacking, you know. Just be grateful for the things you do have. Make an effort to focus on love, support, the connection that you have. You might not have other people, you might not have your family that you connect to or your friends, but there actually has one or two or three people that be grateful, you
And
know.
never ever compare your life with someone else's, because you're not on the same mile marker that they're on. Maybe they're 10 miles ahead of you or behind you. Their life may look like a bed of roses when you're going through turmoil, but don't ever compare you with them, because focus on you and what's going to make you healthier, not what the other people have, you know?
Yeah. And then you know what? If you say, "Oh, I'm lonely," and that's another thing that I kind of like learn, and that's why I really love to give. It's like help others. you know if you are saying you're lonely, try and look for somebody else that is lonely and trying to help them. And that's what we're trying to do this Thanksgiving Day, is trying to help others. In the way we can do it is invite them to come and be with us on our stream. We're gonna do some giveaways, we're gonna chit chat, and you know what, we're gonna sell some shit too. If you see that you like it, yeah, we're gonna try and make it fun, so where you
And
can
make
come in and
sure and make sure your motive for doing something is pure. It's
yeah.
for that person, and it's not for anything you should gain or getting something back or wanting something in return. Make sure that you are present with that person, like really paying attention to their need, and not wanting to just brag about you helped somebody.
Yeah.
And what I like to do, I like to keep a lot of it secret. I don't like for people to know everything that I do, as far as helping others. I like to keep it on the down low, if you want to put it like that, because I want
Yeah.
it to be between me and that person. But
Yeah.
if it comes up, I don't mind sharing it. But I just
That's
don't
true.
toot my own horn about it.
Yeah. So you see, Nana Tink says, Nana Tink, they come down,
Yeah,
to
she has a
Florida.
home in Florida. Yeah.
Yeah. So her family is up there, and she come down here. But guess what? She's here on her own with the few family she has here. But now her extended family, she can FaceTime them or do a virtual, where she can see her family and they have fun during the holiday. So yeah, you message, FaceTime or stuff like that, and you don't feel alone. It's still better because you can still see them, which is really great. I just hope everyone that is dealing with something is just get out of bed and do something. Yes, don't stay in bed feeling lonely and
Get
worrying,
up. Get
feeling
up.
sad that you're on. Get up, get out of bed, find something to do. Yeah, make a list before the holiday. Make a list of stuff you want to do. Do you want to, like, oh, bring out a 300 puzzle to make, um or do you want to play a game? You can do, there's a one person game and so many other stuff that you can actually do, which is pretty cool. You can do that.
And I want to say this too. If you are having a disagreement within your family unit, your extended family or whatever, and it's kind of broken, and one half of the family's going over to this person's house, and one half of the family's going to this other house, and y'all are not able to get together because of some, break in the family chain. Don't let that bring you down. Always just continue to pray about that, and don't be angry about it, because it happens in all families. Something's going to happen that's going to cause the family to have a dispute or something. And, try to be the one that builds it back up, if you
Yeah.
want that. But if you can't stay around the drama, it's best you get out.
Yeah. And don't forget, loneliness is a feeling, it's not a fact. The brain sometimes tell us that no one cares, but that is not true, because we go through that. We say, oh, nobody cares about me, nobody cares. No, people do care. It isn't true, you
It
know.
may not be the person you want to care,
Okay, uh-huh.
but there are people out there that do care about you. And
Yeah.
you can love more than one person. You don't have to just love just one person. Now, I don't mean a man and a woman. I mean just in general, of loving people. Some people say, well, if this group of people don't love me, I'm just going to lay down and be miserable. No, let other people love you. Let other people reach out to you, and you start learning how to love other people.
Yeah. Mm. And be mindful of the here and now. Okay. Focus on the present and then connect with your inner experience. Your inner experience could be your thoughts, your emotion, you know. Connect with the present moment. Stop dwelling on the freaking past, because guess
'Cause
what?
that's where you're going to live. That's where you're going
Yeah,
to live
you're
if
gonna
you
be
focus on
continue
the
to be
past.
in the past. You like, oh, this person hurt your feelings. Let me tell you, I have a lot of people that hurt my shit feelings, But I'm the kind of person, like, I like to move on. And if I dwell in the past, guess what? That's where I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be in the past, and I will not move on. So if the type of person that you feel that your feeling get hurt, maybe you need to check your feelings and check out what kind of feelings that you have. Hi, Miss Annette. Welcome in. Check out the type of feelings that you have and see whether is it worth it. Is it actually worth it? Because you can't dwell on that. You got to keep moving on. Yeah, little Debbie said, let it go. You
I
know,
mean, time is so short, you know, and we got to weigh it out to see what we want to waste our time on or what we want
hi,
to spend
Costume
our
Dude.
time on.
Welcome. Yeah,
Now, I'm not saying that you're never not going to have a disagreement, but don't hang on to it for months and years.
yeah.
Resolve it, move on. If that other person don't want to fix it,
That's
move
fine.
on.
Yeah. Don't let it bother you. Just move on from it, because you're just letting it's just gonna be bothering your mind. So it's like, just be mindful, and connect with the present moment, with whatever is happening. Just keep moving on, and
Look,
people,
if you're not in the present moment, you're
yeah,
living through time, and then you'll think back, wait a minute, I missed that. I didn't see that. When did that happen? You're not really aware of your surroundings when your mind is back in 10 years ago or 5 months ago when somebody hurt you. You're reliving that same thing over and over again. Well, when you're with your family, you can't really be with them because you're still back there where somebody hurt you.
yeah,
And we all get hurt.
of
Every
course,
one of us get hurt.
yeah. And like I said, during the holidays is a time for us to reflect back. That's what we do during the holidays. We sit down instead of thinking about whatever, use that time to think about, hey, how is it been this past year? What did I do? What do I need to improve? Stuff like that. Think about, all right, certain people in your life right now, certain people not in your life right now. What are you going to do to honor the people that you've lost during this Thanksgiving time holiday? Be grateful for the time they had on this earth and celebrate that time.
And
Not
don't feel
to say,
guilty. Don't feel guilty about not receiving somebody back into the fold when they've hurt you so bad. You can forgive someone, but that doesn't mean that you automatically bring them back in and everything's okay. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? You can forgive them and still love them, but they still have their place, and it
yeah,
may not be the place that they had before.
yeah,
Don't let them keep bringing you down and abusing you and being ugly to you just because you say, "Oh, I forgive you," or they say, "Oh, well, I thought you forgave me." Well, I forgave you, but we're not the same as we used to be, you know?
mm. So my dad is an alcoholic and he talks so nasty to us. I make talking to him short and sweet.
I can understand that. Yeah.
Yeah, short and sweet. Like, hello, okay, bye. I just called to say I love you and bye. And we never care about the holidays because people start drinking and they're nasty and it's not a time to be nasty. Yeah. So when you know those type of people are gonna be like that during the holidays, you just
You
don't
need to
want
be with
to
the ones that you feel comfortable with and you want to spend the holidays with. And it may not be family. It may be friends. It may be someone that you feel it may be with just a couple of people. You don't have to get with 10 or 12 or 15.
Yes. Yeah, that is so true. Yeah, love them from afar.
Yeah. I have to
Love
do a
them
lot
from
of people.
afar.
I have
Yeah.
to do a lot of people like that.
Yes, I've
I
done
have to
it
love you from a
so many
distance.
times. And so many times because I can't with the drama. Whew,
My
it's
life
draining.
life is too short for
It is
that.
too short. It's draining. If you have all that time for that, then good luck to you. I just
It
don't have that
takes so
time.
much energy to
Yeah.
have drama.
I'll say to
Less
myself,
energy not to.
not in this old age I'm in, not at this age. I can't be bothered with all that stuff.
And
I'm
I
the kind of
can't
yeah,
I
I
can't
will
play
just
the
will
he
let it.
said she said game.
Yeah, I will let it, like, saying like, okay, so what did I really do to offend this person? Because to me, sometimes I like to find out what did I do. If I offend somebody, I'd rather let them know that come to me and tell me, "Oh, Ella, you offended me," and I would like to say, "Oh, I'm really sorry. I didn't know it will offend you. I apologize," and that's it. But if you keep going on about it and you don't want to move on from it, then that's you. I just leave that to you. That's not me. I'm just gonna move on with my life because I'm not gonna do that.
I
So
don't have a problem apologizing. I
yeah,
do
I don't have
not
that
have
problem. But you gotta tell me what I did wrong in order for you. But if you try and, like, you're gonna not talk to me or be silent, then that's fine. I will keep on moving because it would be like, okay, so you don't want to have a conversation with me, so that's fine. But I'm the kind of person, when the holiday comes around, I like to keep in touch. Just try, because it's the holiday and you want to make sure, like, reach out, because you want to reach out to people, especially people that live alone during the holiday. So want to reach out and say, "Oh, hi, I hope everything is okay with you," because I do that during the holiday. I want to reach out and say, because I know that I've been on my own and I know that they're on their own. So during the holiday, want to reach out to them, just make sure that they're okay. You drop them a text, drop them an email, whatever way you want to get in contact with them. Just say, "Oh, I just wish everything is okay with you during this holiday, and happy Thanksgiving or happy holidays, whatever one you want to
See,
do."
my grandmother would always say, "You're not going to crap on me and then use my hair to wipe your hiney." That is not going to happen. You're not going to use me twice. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to treat me ugly and then come back for more. I'm just going to stop it right there. Doesn't mean that I don't love you, care about you, pray for you, or whatever, but I can't keep letting you. There has to be boundaries.
Mm. Yeah. Life is hard. I'm so thankful I'm still alive. And I know someone else has worse problem than me. And I pray to God for everyone. Yeah. I must say though, the golden years passed me by, but I'm raising an adorable 5-year-old grandson, which is nice. And that is really great, Miss Annette. And you could spend the holidays and do ground something
having
with the
having
people for
babies and
time.
young children around just brings out youth in me. Since I've had grandbabies, it's just brought
Mm.
out me being young again. Something about the baby space or just being around little babies.
Yeah. Hi, night. Mwah, mwah. What are you doing? It's midnight in London.
Hey, CJ, I forgot
Good
to
to
speak to the
see
costume
you.
jeweler.
Oh, nice. Welcome in. Welcome in. I appreciate you. Night is in the UK, guys. I was like, what are you doing up this time of the night?
Yeah, even the fur babies help. I agree that. I agree with
Yes,
that.
I at one time, although I don't really like pets, at one time I thought, what, I came this close in getting a pet because I thought, what, I don't want to be on my own. It would be nice to just have a pet around, a pet that I can call the name, and say, hey boy, where are you? Hey girl, where are you? Come on, and I always thought
Somebody to
about
talk to. Yeah.
that. Yeah, nice.
They have proven this that an elderly person that has a pet lives longer than one that does not because they have the responsibility of taking care of that pet and
Yeah.
also the company.
Yes.
So it's good for elderly people.
Yeah. I really thought, I was like, you know what? I'll probably get myself a pet. But then the thought of bending down and taking them outside to go party, and I'm like, no, 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 not doing that, not doing that, not doing that at all.
But we've had pets up until the last one we had passed away a few years ago. From the time our children were young infant, like 2 or 3 years old, and
Mm,
up until they left to go to college and they got married. Our last one passed away a couple of years ago, but they become like your an extension, like your child. Like you talk to them, you tend to them, it's amazing what an animal does to your, how they make you feel.
Jennifer said she got herself a Jeff instead.
She got herself a Jeff instead. Yeah, there you go. That was a good one, Jennifer. That was good.
Oh my gosh.
Get a bird, Ella.
Well, yeah, maybe that would be a good one to get, but that means I gotta clean their cage.
Pets can be better than people at times. They will love you no matter what. Yes, their love is unconditional. I
That's
agree with
good.
that.
I love my dogs. Knight said we rescued two from Greece. Oh, when they were 6 months old. Wow, nice. Let me tell you, I used to have pets when I was younger, and then when my first pet died, that was it. Although we had more pets after that, I just couldn't just
You
I
couldn't
just
attach to another one. Yeah.
couldn't get attached to another one. I'm surprised. Like my sister one time had like three in her house. I told her, look, when I'm coming to stay, you gotta lock your pets up. She had these really small, nice doggies. I was like, you gotta put them in the. I don't want no one jumping on me. I don't want them licking me, kissing me. I don't want it. I don't want it.
Ella was
So,
refusing to love.
and then my brother has a cat, which was very odd because we never had a cat. you know. So I couldn't understand how my brother didn't go from a dog, you know, didn't get a dog, but decided to get a cat. Then I have another brother that breeds dogs, you know.
Oh
So,
my gosh.
mm,
You're
so
the odd man out, Ella.
I sure. I think myself and my other brother, we don't. I don't think, because I've never heard him say he has pets. So yeah, no.
Look, read what Nana put.
Nana say, let's see, Jennifer, a man or a pet? That's a difference.
What's the difference?
Man or a pet? What's the difference? She said, kidding.
Yeah,
Oh,
our dogs were well,
birds are messy. I tell you, yeah, birds are
yeah,
messy.
birds are.
Mm,
We
yeah.
rescued both my adult children have rescues. My oldest son has two dogs, Booker and Bella, and they're rescues. And then Taylor has Stella and Gunner, and they're rescues. And and I don't know what she's going to do with Stella when she has Lincoln, because Stella is so jealous. So I don't know what's going to happen with that.
Wow. Well, Ella, that sounds like Jeff.
Wow.
Jeff must be
Robin
sleeping
came
because
in. Hey,
I don't see
Robin.
any Hi, Robin. Bye. I said Jeff must be sleeping because I don't see him commenting in the chat.
It's probably a good thing that Jeff is sleeping.
I guess he is because I don't see any comment in the chat. I love yeah. So
But just remember, during this holiday season, be
surround yourself.
aware of your surroundings and other people. I know that you want to think about you and your family, but just be aware of other people's needs and their wants. But now, don't misunderstand what I'm about to say. There are people out there that will try to work on your emotions, try to get things from you for a negative reason, or they'll try to manipulate you. There's always those people out there.
Yeah.
But we as adults can know when someone's trying to take advantage of us or not. So be available for the ones that are not trying to take advantage of you. There, no,
So
I
true.
thought Jeff said something.
He
Oh, he
said
said hello, Robin. Yeah.
yeah, he did say he said laugh out loud, I'm listening.
Having a pet can help you. It gives me a reason to get out of the bed because I have to take them outside to go potty or feed them even if I get out of bed. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I,
is a good thing.
I just can't do that. So and it's not like I can stay where I am. If I had like a house and has a big garden and can leave the dog outside the porch and he can go do his business and come back, that's a different thing. But I
Do
live in
you
an
have a
apartment.
fenced in backyard?
I no, I don't. I live in an apartment.
Oh, okay.
So
Because
I have to go take the dog out and I have to walk the dog, bring the dog. There's times you got to go walk the dog. When I'm sleeping, I don't want to be up because once I get up, it's hard to go back to sleep.
see, I thought about getting a service dog, but then as much as James and I travel and having grandbabies and having to tend to
Uh,
the children's dogs, I just don't want that extra burden of having that. I don't want that.
yeah, yeah, I don't want
Read the
that.
comment above. What
Where's
is
the
she talking about?
comment? Which comment, Nana?
Is she talking about
You
Jeff's?
must be talking about Jeff because I read that comment already.
I love having pets, but when it comes to relationship, you have to have compromise. Maybe
Maybe one
one of
of
these
these days,
days.
not compromising when it comes to pet. I don't. That's one thing I'm not gonna compromise on pet. I don't want pet. Not looking after pet. Don't want to hear it. Nah. I just even when the ones upstairs keep running around, that just irritates me, and they keep barking for no reason, that irritates me. I just can't have a
Well, that's because they're not yours, Ella. I mean, that's like somebody else's kid may irritate you, but when it's your kid, it won't. It's
but I
yours.
can't understand why they're upstairs can't even control the dog from barking. Like, it's ridiculous.
Oh, the
Oh, it said
comment
no, my
after
comment
that.
after that one. Okay.
What? Wait a minute. I don't
So
see one after it.
she said, pets
Having
can be better than people at times. They will love you no matter what, which is true.
yeah,
That is so true. Pets will love you no matter what. They're better. You keep
they're gonna greet you at the door. Every
Yes.
time you leave and come home,
When you
they're gonna.
you train the pets and tell them not to do something they did, they will obey. Now, when an adult, you tell them not to do certain things, they will say okay, but they go back and keep doing the same
Yeah,
thing.
because of that wheel we have, you know.
Yes. So when the pets, you train the pets, it will do the right thing. That's one thing I understand about pets. Because our pets, we train them, you know, train them not to pee or doo doo in the house. They go outside, not to eat shoes or eat, we trained our pets. Every pet we had when I was younger, we trained the pet. That's why I loved my first pet. Loved that, you know.
I agree with what Pearl says. She said you have to train your pets. You're doing them a disservice if you don't give them
If you don't,
boundaries.
yeah.
I think every pet, every human,
Nana said that's not
everybody
it
has
either.
to have boundaries.
Let me go back up. All right. Nana
Okay,
said
I'll
that
try
wasn't the
again.
comment.
That's
Let
not
me
it
go
either.
back up again. Okay, so that's not the comment, Nana. Let's go back. I missed it. Pets can be better than people at times, and they will love you no matter what. She said that's not it. Okay, strolling, strolling.
Who wrote the comment, Nana? Who
Yeah,
wrote it?
Nana, if you wrote it, I'm strolling to see if it's Nana's. Let's see what she.
Who put the
Coach
comment?
Jimmy, it's not just cancer. So many go through so many different health challenges. That's true. All right. So Nana, that's it. I don't know. What's the comment, Nana? Put it in again.
Yeah, put the comment in
Yeah. It said lock your dog and significant other in the truck after a little while. Open the truck
and
and
see which one would be happy to see. I bet it'll be the pet.
Nana is
Wait, Nana. Wait a minute, Nana. Have you done this before? I mean, what
Hi
made you think of
Lola.
that? Lola is right. She said it definitely makes it harder to travel. Yes,
Yeah.
it
I
does.
know, lock your pet. That is so funny. She said that.
There you go. She said, there you go.
Oh gosh. Yeah, that's so true. Which one would be happy to see you? I bet you the dog will be happy to see ya.
Yeah. Read Jeff's comment.
Gosh,
The
what is
very
it?
last one.
He say, see, this is one of them things you have to think about. Do I really want to spend the rest of my life without another?
Yeah.
Well,
You have to be able to ask yourself that question.
yeah.
Do I want to spend the rest of my life without a pet? Or do I
Mhm.
want to spend the rest of my life without a significant other?
Mm.
That's what you have to think about.
Yeah, that's on you and you alone. So if you say no, I really need a pet, then by all means, that's the door. Don't let it hit you on your
Go
way
find you
out.
that loving pet. Go find it.
Yeah. Don't hit you on let it hit the door, hit you on your way out. That's the door. Because like I said, there's so many reasons why I don't have pets. And I don't
Oh no, Lola.
I don't care whether I
Read,
got a big house or not. Just don't but
read her comment.
yes, Jeff, but Brent brought in 5.
Feral
Oh my
cats.
gosh, that's a lot of freaking cat. Just after I had my first oh no, 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 surgery, I could cope nothing with it. Yeah.
Oh,
No, 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 no.
I could
I
not
will
deal with
take the
that.
pet. Rob, Robin By said, I will take the pet. Yeah. No, I just can't deal with pet. Now, yes, if you're lonely, by all means, go get a pet. If you're very lonely and you need a pet, go get a pet. If it will keep make you happy, yes, go get a pet. But me, like I said, I've been on my own since I was 24. My parents split when I was 16. I've been on my own since I was 24. I never had a pet. I got married a few weeks before I turned 40. I got married. We didn't have a pet either. Married for 10 years, separated for 8. And that 8 years I was separated, I came this close, but I changed my mind. I'm like, I just can't do it. So yeah.
Well, what I would like to say is I would like to challenge the chat to this year for the holidays or during the holiday season to reach out to someone that may not have anybody and just change, your perception on how you spend your holidays. Let it be a giving season, not always a receiving time, and focus on people out there that you don't know what their life is, what they're going through. Even at the
Yeah.
grocery store, you'll see some of these people that act so angry and mean and run all over you,
Oh my gosh.
but you
Yeah.
don't really know what they are dealing with. And now, don't get me wrong, some of them are just downright mean and they want to take control. But then
Mm.
other times people show out, and the hardest people for us to love are the ones that are unlovable. Now, it's easy to
Yeah.
love somebody that's lovable. It's hard to love people that aren't lovable.
What about cats? Nah, 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 nah. Pets. If
Oh,
it comes
pets in
under
general.
pets, no. When Dave was dying, he didn't want me to be alone, so I agreed to get another dog. Well, now I'm stuck with both of them because he got a new heart and he's
He's
doing
doing great.
hobby
Hubby,
jumping.
that is.
No,
Yeah,
not
but I've seen Nana Tink's. I think it's a golden doodle. I think that's what it is. And it is a beautiful, beautiful dog. I don't know what his name is or her name is, but I've always wanted a golden doodle. And if we ever get another pet, it's going to be another poodle or it's going to be a golden doodle. It's going to be one of those.
But the one thing I think about it is now where the pet insurance is as expensive as your own insurance. So you're gonna go get a pet. You're gonna have to get insurance for your pet. I mean, I know growing up, we never did have something like that. And if the pet was sick, my dad will grind like headache medication and put it in his food, and the dog will eat without knowing, and we will feel better. That's what happened. And if the dog had like a patch off because he was in a fight, my dad has something to treat it, and it
Pets
will
can be expensive now.
it's
Pets.
expensive. Yeah. It is expensive, so it's like no, 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 no. I'm not doing that. You know, paying even me. I'm trying to get insurance. That reminds me, I gotta call my insurance guy tomorrow so I renew my insurance. Insurance is so expensive. I can't afford to insure myself and insure my pet when my pet
Yeah,
is
you got to
sick.
make a choice. Yeah.
This is significant
I want to
other.
know.
Oh, that's so funny.
I want to know what Annette puts in the gift bags to the homeless. I want to know what she puts in the gift bags.
I'll be out handing out prepared food and gift bags to the homeless. That is nice. I love that. That is really nice. So, what would you be giving out? 10 years later, they're doing great. They tolerate me. We have two, and oh, there's just so many. Ah, nice.
One
Jeffrey said, "Can
female, one
I have
male, with only
details?"
one that the vet called uncooperative. He's the most beautiful Maine Coon mix named Mary.
Yeah. Right. All right. Jeffrey, we pray for your aunt and we pray speedy recovery and good health.
Yes, we
Fell a
do.
couple of weeks ago and are not doing that good. She lost her husband in June of this year. We continue to pray healing, and we're going to pray for your family, Jeffrey.
Yes.
That is a great idea, and yeah, that is a great idea. Feeding the homeless, providing from them. Hi, Jazzy, mwah, mwah, welcome. He says, "I put in women's personal care items and men's too." That is so nice, Miss Annette.
Oh,
Uh,
and when you speak of the homeless,
mhm.
um, and I don't do this, and I hope none of you do this in the chat, but don't judge or anything about someone being homeless, because some of us are just a few paychecks away from being
Oh,
there
Ben,
ourselves.
yes, yes.
And we should not, we don't know the circumstances behind the reason they became homeless or
Hmm.
what their story is. Be kind to them. Don't be judgmental.
Yeah. I love that idea. I really, really love that idea, doing that. And I would love to do something like that because I always have like a special um need to help the homeless. Because as a child growing up, I always thought that, when my parents split up, people were always there to help. Like we had our neighbors. She always wanted to make sure we had enough food because, my dad was not in town. My mom was far from where we were living. And our neighbor will come over. She will say, hey, here's this, here's that. It's always good to give, to help, so that is a
And
reason.
how many of you were there, Ella? How many siblings do you have?
Oh, yeah, it was five of us.
Five.
Yeah, it
And
was.
you're the oldest?
Yes, I was 16 then. The my brother, which is in his 40s now, he was about 3 years old back then.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I was 16. So yeah, I was 16. My brother 15. My sister's 13 at the time. Then we had a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old.
Oh, wow. And
So
you all live with your dad? You stayed
no,
with your dad?
yes, yeah, but we all lived in one house. But my dad wasn't in town because he was in like a state over and working at the time.
So you kept your siblings?
Oh yeah, so I had to look after my siblings in the house. But the thing was, a good thing was that my sister, she had to live with my aunt because of school. I was next was Her school was close to my aunt's house, so she had to stay there with my aunt for a while. And finally we had to move to where my dad was, you know after my dad said, okay, you got to give up the house, and not, because we had a 3-bedroom house, so we had to give that up. And I finally, because I was 18 back then, so there was nothing keeping me there, so we moved over, to my dad. My mom was looking after the young ones, and then when my dad got settled, he said, I go collect those 2 kids back.
Yeah, get them back here. Yeah.
Get them back here. Yeah. So yeah.
Read what Pearl said. She said, will not be, well, not to be negative, but nowadays you have to be careful helping others. And that's what I was talking about. It's a prayerful thing.
Yeah.
You'll know who you're supposed to help and who you're not supposed to help. And
Yeah.
never feel guilty about the ones you don't want to help.
Want to
You
help.
know?
Yeah. Even if you want to, God knows your intention. Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Oh, that is nice. Toothbrush, socks. They probably need socks. It's getting freaking cold now out there, so they definitely will need socks, snacks. And she puts $5 in each bag. Oh,
Oh, no, that's nice.
that is
I
so.
like that.
Yeah, it is. But sometimes you don't know why. Let me tell you, that's why I'm so grateful to my friend, because I remember when we lost our home, and I remember it was put on auction, and I kept asking my ex, like, where are we moving to? Where are we moving to? Like, no, it wasn't saying. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Last minute, I said to myself, oh my gosh. But my uncle said to me, he said, I will send you a ticket and you can come out to Michigan. The only reason I didn't want to go to Michigan was too freaking cold.
Cold. I figured you was going to say that cold.
Yeah, but he said, if you don't have nowhere to go, if you don't want to go back to England, just said to me, just make sure, you know, just make sure you come out. Let me know and I'll send you a ticket, you know. But then the
And
thing
where,
was like,
and
hey,
you and your husband were living in Florida at the time,
yeah,
right?
we were living in Florida at the time, and it wasn't even the bank that took our home; it was the housing association. Because he didn't pay the fee, so the housing association was the one that took.
The HOA?
Yeah. So yeah, we had to move out, and I thought, oh my goodness, I'm gonna be homeless. I've been like I said, since my parents split, the most important I've come to notice that the most important thing for me is to have a roof over my head. I don't care about
Oh, that's the most important. Yes.
I don't care. I see people, the way they live and all that, and I didn't want to be like that. Mine was like, I will save every single penny to pay to get a roof over my head. And when I was in England, it got to a point where I put all my stuff on my sister's house and go rent a room in somebody's house because I didn't want to be homeless. So when I came here and I thought, oh my goodness, it's about to happen. I was so scared. But my friend said, come stay with me. And I went to stay with her. I mean, she said, I don't have space in my house, but I got this walk-in closet. I can put a blow-up mattress and you can be there. She said, because where you are right now, you are miserable. Because I was in a friend's place in Macon, Georgia, and I was miserable. I was crying every freaking day because I just felt, what kind of life is this? You know, I didn't want my life to be like that. And when you talk about loneliness, I was freaking lonely. Even though I
But
had my
now
there was
I
helping.
bet you can relate to people that are going through that same experience.
Yes.
You can
So
honestly relate to them.
yeah, and I was like, "Oh, I don't want to be homeless." So when I moved back, and my friend, I said, "I will sleep in your balcony. That's fine. As far as got somewhere to wash and clean myself, that is fine." So that's what she did. I got this. I still got a video of it, and 8 years.
And see, Ella, the way you are now, if you hadn't have told that story, people would never have guessed that story was in your life. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. So that was it. It's like I didn't give up, you know, and still up to today I don't care. That's why I work so hard because I don't ask people for money. And I ask nobody for money. I've never My sister will send me money, or my friends in England will send me money, especially during the pandemic time when I wasn't working, you know. But that was been a blessing. But I said, you know what? I saved. I'm gonna use my savings and I'm gonna pay my rent, pay my bills. I didn't care whether I had food. That's why when I go do shopping, I try to get stuff to last me for the month because I
Right,
don't want to be thinking about food.
right.
I want to be thinking about, because the most important thing I want to be thinking about is the roof over my head. I don't want to be homeless. And that was the thing that really, there was the last thing that broke the camel back, because it was like I was pissed off that he lost our home, but I was more pissed off because I was saying, let us go rent. He was like, oh, don't worry about it. They're not going to kick us out. They're not going to kick us out. We're going to stay here. And they finally did kick us out.
And see, I don't like that flippant attitude that nothing
Yes.
is going to happen. You got
Yeah,
to
nothing's going to
prepare.
happen. You got to prepare. And I was so grateful that the same business I'm doing, but back then I was only selling, I wasn't selling as much stuff as I was selling now. Back then I was just selling women's apparel, and I was selling children's books back then. So I was so glad that the savings that I had back then, I was able to take care of myself. I was able to come back and rent a place. I stayed in my friend's closet for 5 weeks.
Oh, wow.
She made it so nice and lovely. She took all her clothes out, her shoes out, and she said, Ella, this is the only place I got, you know. And I said, I'll take it. She made a curtain, put a divider there. I was able to use the master bedroom, master bathroom, and the toilet, you know. So,
Oh, I bet you felt a lot
oh
better.
my goodness, I felt so happy than where I was, which was a 3 bedroom. I had a full room to myself and everything, but I wasn't happy there. But me just being in that closet, which was a small space, just walk in, turn around, and walk out, I was so happy. You
Yeah,
know,
you got to find where you need to be. Yes.
Yeah, and I was so grateful to her. I stayed in there for 5 weeks until I got a place on my own. And look at me now in my own. And I keep thanking God every day, because it's like every time I wake up, I say, thank you, Lord, for the roof over my head. So trying to, like, when I was lonely, I had to be grateful to God, because I thought that for me, I must, like, he's brought me from the deepest of the lowest place, that
Right.
I felt so lonely, that he brought me out of those places to where I am right now. So
And
I'm
don't be afraid to like you moved from Georgia to Florida to a
mm,
closet. I mean, don't be afraid to make a move.
yeah,
sometimes when you make a movie, it can be the best thing you ever did.
Ever. Yes. The best ever, that you could. Hi, Stacy May. Mwah, mwah. Good to see you, Stacy May. Welcome in. Yeah, and so when you people say, "Oh, Ella, you gotta take a break, gotta work hard." I know you work too hard, you gotta take a break. I know I gotta take a break. But in the back of my mind, I'm saying I need to keep a roof over my head. Need a cool. But then I say to myself, Ella, you've been doing really well. And who's been there helping you all this time? It's God, not man.
Yes.
It's God. And if
Yes.
God has put people in your life to help you, there's a reason He put those people in your life. He put them in your life to help you for a reason and for a season. So
Look,
my loneliness, me feeling lonely that first 6 years of being on my own after I left my husband, after I was asking him where we gonna stay, and he never gave me no answer. When I left, that first 6 years, I was so worried. And for the after that, for the first time, I think it was 2019, my anxiety and my panic attack, everything just left me.
it just
I
subsided.
kept, yeah, because
You
I
had
kept saying I
peace.
gave it to God, I gave it to God, but really I wasn't giving it to God, because every time I gave it to Him, I took it
You take
away.
it back.
I
Yeah.
took it away, and every time I was so pissed off because I was always on my own and I was lonely. And then, after that pandemic, I said to myself, I'm not going to be lonely again. I'm going to celebrate me being on my own. And I started going out to the shop. I go out, make sure I go to Walmart 2 weeks before Christmas or Thanksgiving. Even right now, I got my ham in the fridge right now.
Yeah, turn it into a celebration.
Yes,
Look,
and I've been
Nana
doing it
said,
for a few years.
Nana Tink said, as a child, we were homeless more than once. I'm one of 6 kids. At one time, some of us lived at different relatives.
You
See,
see,
there you don't
yeah,
know somebody's story. You don't know.
yeah. So no matter where you are, God will turn it around for good. No matter the situation in your life, always know that God will turn it around for good. Whether you're lonely, you're not going to be lonely forever.
No.
And don't set your standards too high. Some people set their standards
Oh my gosh, yes,
high.
totally agree with that. Totally
Yes.
agree.
You set your standard too freaking high. You wonder why you are where you are right now. Sometimes you gotta let go and let God.
Because he
Let
knows
go
what's
and let
best for
God.
you.
Yes.
You may think you know what's best for you, but only he knows what's best for you.
Yeah. So all that high standard, yeah, it's good for us to get this type of standard and that type of standard. Sometimes, you know, when people come into your life, it's hard. Especially I go through that same thing right now with Jeff, because I've lived on my own since I was 16. I went through the same thing with my ex. They want to try and do stuff for you. I'm like, I can do it. Sometimes I would say, okay, just do it. And sometimes they do it. I just feel they didn't do it the way I wanted
I
to do
would you
it.
would do it.
And I want to go back and redo it because I don't like the way they did it. And the thing is that they have to understand, like, okay, I understand. She's been on her own since she was 16. You know?
Well, the way I look at it is people that are on the kindergarten level cannot understand what a senior, like a 12th grader, knows. You
Yeah.
have to start at the level that you're on, and you may not get that fine house like someone else at that very moment, but you have to grow a little bit to be responsible to be able to handle what you're given.
Yeah. And that's the thing. You have to be grateful for the little that you have. And then
Oh,
God will
yes.
give you the bigger one.
Yes.
I used to say to my ex, he used to like talk about, oh, I really love this because he's a chef. Oh, I really love this kitchen, the way this kitchen is laid out. I
Yeah.
really want a kitchen like this. And then I used to say to him, the kitchen you have right now, when you cook there, you don't clean it. I clean it.
Right. You
So
have
you
to
keep
take
asking,
care of what
yeah,
you have.
you keep asking, saying, "Oh, when I get this big house, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that." But the one you're in that God gave you right now, you're not looking after it. And I used to
No, you're not
always
taking
tell him,
care of it.
You got to
Right.
take care of the little stuff God gave you before, and then He will give you the bigger one, because then when He sees you taking care of it, it will tell you, oh yeah, the little you have taken, He will add to it and give you a bigger one. Like I said, if you don't take care of you, okay, who's gonna take care of you? If you don't take care of you, you got to take care of
Right.
you. you know
Right. There's a lot of people talking in the chat.
I know. Sorry, I can't.
I say that all the time, people.
I say that all the time. People come and go in and out of your life for a reason. And Nana, I think I've said that every time. I say, even people, I talk to people and I say that. I said, there's a reason people come into your life. They come into your life for a reason and for a season. And when that season is up, don't feel too bad. If they don't
No,
call you, they don't talk to you, don't feel bad. You
no.
know, don't
It
feel
can
bad.
hurt. It can
There's a
hurt, but
season.
you got
Yeah,
to work through it.
yeah, yeah. And I've learned that for myself. I've learned that, and I've said it over and over again. Even when I try to contact people, or I try to call people, phone people, text people, or talk to people, if they talk to me a certain different way, I know it's time for me to move on. If they're
Right.
not responding to my text messages, my phone calls, or whatever, or I'm saying, hey, let's meet up, and they're not meeting up, it's time to move on. You
If
know,
you have to make someone be in your life, it wasn't meant.
and yes, you can't force people. It's a season, there's a time you don't want God. There's a reason why God puts you there in the first place. So it's done. They've gone to that level where God wanted them to be, or wanted them to happen in their life. It's time for you to move on. Pack your shit, move on to the next person. Because there's always a next person going through stuff, or needs a friend, or needs a ear, or needs advice, that God will bring in your life, that you have to talk to and be there. But don't get me wrong, there are people God will put in your life forever. No matter what, whether you talk to them today or you don't talk to them for the next couple of weeks. I have friends like that.
I have friends like that too. We can just pick up where we left off.
Like, yes, I have cousins like that. It's like, when we see each other, it was like, hey, how you doing? Yeah, fine. And we just start talking. And we haven't talked for years. We pick up those people that they're there for life, and there's other people that there for a season. And when that season come, once it's over, just let it go. It's hard, but just let it go.
And I can say this, if you have a relationship that you're struggling with, so I find some people say things like this, well, what will they do if I leave them? What, they will not make it. They will, something will happen to them. Okay, first of all, you got to think about you in this situation. Are you healthy? Are you doing okay? Are you where you're supposed to be? That other person will survive it. They have to deal with them. Don't stay in a relationship where you think you have to stay in it because the other person is going to be miserable, or they're not going to be able to take care of themselves, or they're not going to be able to, handle it or whatever.
Mm.
That's not right for you. You
Yes,
should not shorten yourself like
at
that.
all. When you get to a stage, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. Move on. Like Jennifer said, he said, don't get with someone just because you're lonely either. Don't
No,
get with
don't do
somebody
that.
because you're lonely.
Don't do that.
At all.
No.
For me, it was like I was on my own and lonely for my own on my own for almost 8 years, because I wasn't ready to get into no relationship. I had to deal with shit that I'm going through for myself, and I wasn't ready to bring that into a relationship to hurt somebody else, you know. So I learned for myself that if there's certain things that I notice, I walk away, because I know that if I walk away, I can calm myself down and I can say, okay, because I've said I don't want what happened in one relationship to affect the other relationship. So that was the reason I kept myself to be myself. I didn't think about what I want to be. I was like, okay, I'm happy. You have to be happy single. You gotta
Yes.
have to be happy with yourself being single before you say you're ready to start a relationship with somebody. you know. And then when you start a relationship with somebody, it's a work in progress. That's what I always tell myself. It's a work in progress. And if it in the end, if it doesn't work out, then that's fine. You don't have to be enemy with the person. Just say, look, I don't think this is working out.
Yeah. I went to school in that. That's what I'll say. I
That's
went to
it.
school. Pearl said, "My kids come first before any man."
Any man,
Now,
that's so
see,
true.
I'm that same way with my children. But I will say this: the relationship between you and your kids and you and a man are two totally different relationships. And a lot of times men don't understand that
Mm.
you can't compare your relationship with the mother and her children. It's two totally different things. It's like comparing apples to oranges. You can't do it.
Yeah.
And a lot of men don't like the attention that the mother gives to her children. If it's a man that's come in that they're not his children or whatever.
Hmm.
And, and I think I get this because my mom always chose a man over us, that I am stuck on, oh no, no man is gonna, I mean, they come a
Take
dime a
replace.
dozen.
Yeah.
I mean, but my children are my children.
Yeah.
So, if I understand her comment, I
Yeah,
completely
and
understand.
Jennifer also says, so you can't depend on someone else for your happiness. She says, I'm in a relationship, but I wouldn't say I'm happy. And that's true. You can be in a relationship and you're not happy. And for me, I try to sit down. If I'm going to be in a relationship with somebody and I'm not happy, I have to sit down and talk to the person. Say, hey, I'm not really happy. If things don't start to change, then I don't think this is meant to be. I'm that
Well,
type of person. I will sit down because I like to give people chances. You got to give people
James and I have been married 36 years, and I haven't always been happy. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? We've been through dry spells in our marriage, and I haven't always been happy. I don't think if anybody said, now I've loved being married to him, but we've had rough patches, and
Yeah.
they have not always been happy. And so I completely understand that. But maybe this is just a spell that you're going through, and you'll come out of it.
Yeah. It says all fingers are not equal. That's the reason why the fingers are not equal, and we're not the same. If I marry somebody that has my attitude and when we're gonna butt head, I like to butt head with somebody that is not the same with me. Okay. But before I butt head with you, it's like we got to sit down and get to understand each other. Like, hey, you got to understand this is me and I got to understand that's you, so we can understand each other and compromise. And that's another thing that is
Oh,
missing.
compromise is
Yes,
important.
that's another thing that is missing in a lot of relationship, even mine, is because we're so quick to like, hey, be in a relationship with somebody, and then when somebody does certain things, I'm like, hey, no, 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 I don't do that. I don't really do that. No, 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 no. But I ask myself sometimes, it's like, if there this day and age with internet, meeting somebody on the internet, you don't get to know the person properly, and you're thinking, okay, when you guys meet, there is going to be a way for you guys to understand each other. Now, I might say to you, hey, this is me, and you might say this is you, but then it's like, where do we meet? Where is it going to be compatible for us to understand each other? Because if we don't take the time to understand that, I don't tolerate this, then you got to understand that I don't tolerate it. And if you say you don't tolerate that, I got to understand. Then it's like, okay, are we going to compromise? So if we're not going to compromise, then we're not meant to be here.
Yeah, you got to have a misunderstanding to get to an
To
understanding.
get to an understanding, yes. you know and I hate where I got to repeat myself all the time. I can't do it. If I'm repeating myself all the time for one particular thing, and that's another thing that pissed me off with my ex. I got to repeat the same thing, and he repeat the same thing back to me, will be like, I'll do better next time. But then next time you don't do better. You do the same freaking thing. I'll do better next time.
You
So it's
think
like,
you're going to get better, but you really are going to do the same thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So are you telling me that in order for me just to not talk about it, so just get off your back? That's probably what you were doing. So yeah. Anyway, guys, we've
Oh
gone
yeah, well, it
about
looks like our time is up.
yes.
It
It's
has been a great
so much
conversation
fun.
today.
Yes, we wanted to keep it light this time.
Yeah, we
talk
didn't want
about
to
some
scare everybody
television.
away at once.
Yeah. I was when we were in the back room, I was saying to Angie that the last conversation we had with you guys, somebody, when I went to check my YouTube studio, somebody gave us a thumbs down. Now in YouTube, you don't see the thumbs down, but then when you go to your YouTube studio, 4 people gave us the thumbs down, and I was like, well, thank you for the thumbs down, because guess what, it all adds up. If you spend time here listening to what we're saying and you give up a thumbs up or a thumbs down, thank you so much.
It
You know,
all washes out. It all is
yes,
the same.
yes. So whether you give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down, that is fine. That means you were here. You gave a damn. Because if you didn't give a damn, you wouldn't be giving a thumbs down. You know.
Right,
So
right.
whoever you are, keep giving us that
Thank
thumbs
you.
down. Thank you
Thank
so much,
you.
because it just helped with the count. Because guess what? YouTube counts it all as one, whether you give a thumbs down or a thumbs up.
And we
So
are not going to promise that every week's going to be like this week,
yes,
because some weeks are going to be rough.
yes. And if you can't, you know what? If you can't handle it, stay out of the chat, please. We always
Yes.
say that.
And we're going to love you anyway. We're
Yeah.
going to love you, but just we're warning you right now because it's probably going to get rough weather.
Yes. Torma.
Yeah.
And guys, don't forget, Tracy Cake is on, and this is the link. Please click on the link to go over there and enjoy the company of Tracy Cakes and Sassy Mary. I think they have a guest, Lisa, and also Colleen. So go over there and have fun. And don't forget, guys, I'm back tomorrow at 12 with a jewelry unboxing. So make sure you come check me out tomorrow at 12
I
noon.
will be on Tuesday at 10:30 Central, 11:30 Eastern. I go live on that day on Tuesdays. I do my neighborhood chat video. I usually have another video that comes up during the week or another live. But we'll be on again the 19th, the
Yes,
19th of
the
November.
19th before the holiday.
Yeah,
Yes, we
before
are gonna be
Thanksgiving.
on. Yes,
Yes.
before Thanksgiving. So we're gonna be on the 19th. So guys, I
I love you
appreciate you.
guys.
Mwah. Peace, guys. Until next time. Bye, guys.